What up, everyone? So I'm gonna go ahead and let this run through the next 2 minutes, just so we can see what's going on. Mm. All right, got the crypto bubbles in the back. About a minute and a half before I start. So basically, um, we're gonna watch some videos that I've done before. The most important videos that I believe every Bone Army member, SHIB Army member should know about. All right, so you know what I mean? Give me about a minute while everyone slides in real quick. If you guys have any questions, of course, you already know what to do. Bitcoin looking nice. We got SHIB looking nice. Bone looking nice. A lot of green in the crypto market today. So, and of course, there's actually some alpha I'm going to give you guys in regards to the altcoin season index. Okay. So I had told you 2 days ago that in 2 to 3 days we're going to be at altcoin season. Nobody talking about it. I'm, in my opinion, because obviously I don't check everyone's videos, but I'm the first person to actually say, all right, in 2 to 3 days, altcoin season is officially here. All right. Part of the reason is I don't just go to other people's videos to hear what they have to say. I check the charts and let the charts let me know what they're telling me. I let the charts and trend lines dictate and basically influence the way my decisions go. A lot of people have notions before they make their analysis, so that actually leads to a bias, in my opinion. All right, cool. So welcome. What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, help me with the algorithm. Of course, if you believe you're going to get any value from this, go ahead and also hit the bell so you can be notified when I go on, drop content, etc. All right, cool. So first things first, if you don't know about me, I cover the Shiba Inu ecosystem, known as the Shibarium ecosystem. There's a bunch of tokens, but primarily there's 3 tokens, and at the end there's going to be 5 tokens. So the tokens are number 1, Shiba Inu; number 2, Bone; number 3, Leash. All right, each one of those tokens has a purpose, it has a utility. The fourth token that's coming out is Treat. That's going to be the reward token. And the last token to come out is going to be a stable coin called She. Okay, so that's the 5 tokens in the ecosystem, excluding any NFTs. Okay, because as you guys know, NFTs are also tokens, but we're talking about just the coins right now. All right, so point number one, what do I think is the most important video that that you guys could possibly know? All right, and this is a long one, so basically this is going to be a long stream, so go ahead and get some popcorn, get some drinks, you know what I mean, sit back and enjoy this. If you understand honestly half of what I'm going to say in the next video, I believe you'll be ahead of 99.9% of everybody in crypto. Literally, that's how much of an advantage I think this is. And when it comes to value, making informed decisions multiply the return on your investment. Okay, don't poo-poo small gains. Don't try to always 100x. That's how you guys get wrecked. Slow and steady wins the race. And of course, getting into some less risky, getting into some stable projects that have a future, that's the proper way to accumulate wealth. All right. So basically, what we're going to do right now is we're going to check a video that I did on Shiba Inu. And basically, what this is the crypto Marxist supply theory of SHIB. All right. That's what it's called. And what it states is that there is less Shiba Inu Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit than there is Bitcoin Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit. Okay, so that's a huge advantage. I go through the mathematics, I explain it, I believe, pretty thoroughly. The video is about 25 minutes. So like I said, go ahead and sit back, relax. This is going to be a good long live stream for you guys. And I figured, like, you know what? Instead of just going off the top of the dome, explaining the ecosystem, explaining the partnerships, the platforms, the services, the tokens, etc. I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and dig into the vault. What value did I bring that a lot of people didn't get? Because keep in mind, some of you guys know me now, but back then, videos used to get maybe 5, 7 views. So a lot of the value isn't actually out there for you guys. So without any further ado, this one right here is basically called the crypto Marxist supply theory of Shiba Inu. Less SHIB than BTC. Hashtag SHIB Army. So if you have any questions or if the audio is glitchy, let me know, my people. So let's go ahead and hit this right here and bow. All right, cool. Okay. I hear you guys. It says that you guys. All right, so let's see what's going on with this. Why is there no audio? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. All right, I don't know what's up with this. Always tripping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and refresh it. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh it. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and swing back. All right. All right, cool. Bro, chill. All right, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys could hear me or if the complete audio went out because this is no audio. So I'm trying to find out if it was just on the video. All right, my people, let me know. Is it just on the video or is it on the thing? Because for some reason, when I try to share videos, that does happen. The audio tends to go out. In fact, I've done it a couple times and I've done the video thinking that you guys are hearing the YouTube audio that I'm watching on the video for you guys, and only my voice comes out, but the actual audio from the video doesn't come out. So basically, your video we can't hear. Okay, thank you. So let me see what's up with this. Why not? What's going on with this? So I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit this play button right here. Can you guys hear that one? Let me see. Can you guys hear it? Let me get a W if you can. Damn, you guys can't hear it? That's crazy. Okay. Damn, that's kind of whack. I wonder why that's happening. But you know what though? It's cool though. It's cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you guys, and then um I'm gonna use the math and all that from the video to basically relay it to you. In my opinion, this right here is my most important video that I've ever done. Once again, the crypto Marxist supply theory of Shiba Inu, which states there's less Shiba Inu, Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit, than there is Bitcoin. Okay, nobody talking about it. Everyone talking about how Shiba Inu is, a hyper inflationary token and this and that, without understanding that it's actually a hyper deflationary token with less supply than Shiba Inu. I mean, than Bitcoin. Okay. So just putting that out there for you guys. If you get that part, even with that, trust me, you are ahead of the game. All right. So basically, I started this video. I even forgot some of these videos the way I started. I started it off honestly kind of banger. So I started it off quoting Shaitoshi Kusama talking about Ryoshi and his genius. All right. So let me go ahead and start right here. So it says Ryoshi, and this is from the, let me see if I can at least maximize it, even if you guys can't read it, just so you guys could actually see it. All right. So it says Ryoshi is a genius. Well, in my very humble opinion, and only my opinion as another holder, Ryoshi created more than a meme and more than a token. He created a decentralized digital commodity. Why? How? And what makes it different than other tokens? Glad you asked. Many tokens on the market are inherently designed, meaning within their code, to burn during transactions. Others are centralized. Some burn to wallets on every transaction, but not SHIB. It burns through community efforts. Therefore, the first burn and designation of this trait of the SHIB commodity was to Vitalik Buterin, VB, the first burn wallet. I am pretty sure Ryoshi never expected VB to even notice SHIB, and therefore it was dead. But even VB months later utilized and confirmed this burning, quote unquote, trait by burning billions of dollars worth of SHIB after utilizing SHIB to make one of the largest donations in history. And if you guys don't know what he's referencing here, actually, it was to the during the pan situation, the pandemic, and during the COVID relief fund situation. So that was a big donation there, and it was tied to actually the one of the founders of Polygon putting out a challenge. And of course, you see Vitalik stepped up and used SHIB to make a donation to them. So that's it. That's one of the first off, Vitalik's wallet was the first burn wallet technically, and this was them sending that donation was the first utility for SHIB basically. So it was genius to send it to him. All right. So it says, so scammers utilize this burn trait to scam and create all types of schemes. Luckily for Sheep, legit burn strategies exist, and for core SHIB products and projects, each will have burns inherit. That's another thing too. Okay, they're letting you know that every single token, every single product is going to be deflationary. Okay, don't forget this is us trying to get outside of the fiat system. Okay. We are basically trapped inside this fiat system. We're prisoners to the central banks. There's no way around it. They block you, they close your accounts. Like if you try to challenge, you guys see what happens around the world to people that speak out. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this is a way to try to combat that in a different type of ecosystem with privacy as well. Okay, so that even though it looks like a meme token, this is actually a political movement that's really the greatest Trojan horse to ever be devised in the history of man, and it's basically being introduced through a cute Shiba Inu dog coin. You know, very non-threatening. Yet, what's inside is perhaps the most complex financial ecosystem in the form of blockchain to ever exist. So you guys are extremely early, and it's important to also realize how early we are so you guys could try to make your proper decisions. All right, this is not just a run-of-the-mill project. All right, cool. So however, it cannot be underestimated how useful and important that trait is. And as we've explained many times, we can't just burn a large part of the supply. We simply don't own the SHIB to do so if we were going to generate, and it goes on. So let me see where this actually leads over here. Let me see. I went ahead and checked the price. You can see Bitcoin was 71,000 at the point I did that video. Dogecoin was 16 cents. It's actually 43 cents right now. Um, I mean, just putting it out there. Okay, For this video, I had done some research as well, and I needed to demonstrate to the viewer that the 100 million Satoshi unit, why, first of all, why am I talking about Satoshi units if it's Shiba Inu and Bitcoin? Well, because Satoshi units are the basic unit of accounting, and it's the smallest unit of Bitcoin. Okay, so the one advantage that Shiba Inu has over Bitcoin is that one Bitcoin is equivalent to 100 million Satoshi units. Okay, so you require 100 million Satoshi units in order to make one Bitcoin. Shiba Inu is already in Satoshi units, so you don't have to convert. So that right there, believe it or not, is an inherent trait in utility that gives Shiba Inu a slight edge over Bitcoin. And keep in mind, Bitcoin is the most perfect form of money that has ever been invented, the purest form of energy, the purest form of currency currently in existence. Okay, you see what's happening. A lot of the banks been fudding, putting out in the news, oh, scams, drug dealers, money laundering, all this, scaring people. Okay, especially people that bought the top last time that are down, right? Scaring grannies, and in reality they themselves were buying. I mean, how is this even legal? That they're over here literally telling some of their own investors, or making it public, that if they caught any of their investors trading or owning Bitcoin, that they would be fired. And then it comes out months later that during that time, they themselves were buying Bitcoin. Like the system is corrupt. The entire system is corrupt. And how can you get out of it? We need to find options, and this is one of those opportunities that literally comes once in a lifetime if you understand what's happening. And I'm gonna be honest, 99.9% of people have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, why I'm even talking about this, and why I'm so bullish on SHIB Army. Okay, because I understand that behind the SHIB Army ecosystem is a bunch of revolutionaries that understand the problem that we're in. We don't even own our own data. You're over here swiping on TikTok, swiping on YouTube, swiping on all kinds of, clicking, giving permissions, and you don't even own that. I mean, it's crazy. Why wouldn't you own that? That very same data is being sold, and it belongs to you. I mean, but these are concepts that people aren't aware of, because I'm gonna be honest, the dumbification of society is a product of capitalism. Capitalism thrives on ignorance, abuse, and exploitation. So the dumber the population is, the more money they can make off of them, and the more they can exploit them, because they don't even know why or how they're being exploited. All right. All right. Once again, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. If you're getting any value from this, because you ain't gonna get this from any other channel, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Go ahead and hit that sub. Do yourself a favor. Hit that like. Do me a favor and bell it up so you can be notified when I drop content or when I go live. All right, cool. So I went ahead and did research. All right. I forgot how much research I did. This was actually a banger video. So what I did was I try to explain to you guys why the 100 million Satoshi mark was so important. Okay. And the way I did that was I went to Satoshi Nakamoto himself. All right. Find out what he said, the founder of Bitcoin himself. I don't like to just go to hearsay. I like to go to the sources. I don't like to hear what the news is going to say about what someone said in a speech. No, I'm going to go find that speech, watch the speech, so I can tell you what the person said, or I can tell you why the news is wrong or how it's being flipped. That's what you need to get to, that type of mind state. Primary sources. Don't believe anybody. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Okay, as Reagan used to say. All right, cool. So what is Satoshi and who created Satoshi? So when we say Satoshi, quote unquote, we actually are not referring to Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin. However, the Satoshi we refer to similarly goes back to the early days of Bitcoin. and the Bitcoin Talk Forum. It all began on November 15th, 2010, when Bitcoin Talk user Ribbuck proposed that 1/100th of a Bitcoin, 0.01 BTC, the smallest unit that could be displayed on the interface at the time, he called a Satoshi. Although Reebok made this proposal, none of the other users on the BitTalk forum affirmed or denied his proposal. This may have been because the thread at hand was a poll where voting took place regarding the best Unicode character for Bitcoin, which has nothing to do with units of account and therefore may have made Rubik's comment look out of place. However, when Rubik joined in the Unicode thread, he entered with a question: what's the plan for subdividing Bitcoins? Do we go in thousands like the metric system, millibits, microbits, nanobits? All right, so let's see, because as you guys know, I'm actually reading this. I don't know how long it took me to go down here. So it says, it was a good question, but a question that nobody was willing to answer, confirm or deny. As a result, the idea expired and there was no action taken regarding Reebok's proposal, at least not at first. 3 months later, on February 10th, 2011, Reebok made a similar comment regarding the unit of account denominations. But this time around, Reebok's comment felt more at home in a thread titled "More Divisibility Required. Move the decimal point." This time, when Reebok joined the discussion, he got feedback 8 days later in an entirely new thread titled BitCent, in which BitTalk user Cobus decided it was time to think about smaller monetary units recorded on Bitcoin's blockchain. All right, let me. All right, so on the BitCent thread, a user commented reinstating Reebok's initial proposal. The user said, one sat or one micro BitCent, smallest denomination, 100 million Satoshi units equal one Bitcoin. Are we agreed? To which another user replied, affirmative. And after that, it was all said and done. So basically, it's like four. I know it's how many? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. One decimal, 7 zeros followed by one is the smallest unit that could be recorded on the Bitcoin blockchain. And that became known as a Satoshi from that moment forward. So 100 million Satoshi units equal one Bitcoin. Okay. Shiba Inu is already in Satoshi units. Okay. So just keep that in mind as this continues going forward. And of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit those questions. I'm going to go ahead and keep going forward. So right here is from the um, Bitcoin wiki page. All right. And it says Satoshi is a structural part of the Bitcoin. And let me mute this because when I keep playing that, I hear it in the background. So Satoshi is a structural part of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, which is 100 millionth of Bitcoin. Such small units facilitate transactions with BTC. The total structural component of one Bitcoin BTC is equivalent to 1,000 millibits, 1 million micro BTC, or 100 million Satoshi. The exact data is unknown, but it is assumed that Nakamoto can have 1 million BTC and is equivalent to, that is one, that's a 100 billion Satoshi. So they're saying that it is assumed that Nakamoto may have 100 billion Satoshi units. That's crazy. So although the Satoshi is the finest amount that can be recorded in the blockchain, on March 2018, one US cent is worth approximately 9,419 Satoshi units. All right. So, and here is the Bitcoin units of measure. All right. So one Satoshi, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million, and finally 100 million Satoshi units gets you to the Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin. Okay. So that's the basis of how I started my investigation into the supply of Shiba Inu and how it's actually less than Bitcoin. Okay. So furthermore, let me see what I put over here. Like I said, I wanted to just share this video with you guys. Unfortunately, you if you joined right now or joined late, the audio isn't working on the video. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going through it so I can explain the theory to you guys, the crypto Marxist supply theory of Shiba Inu, which is simply there is less Shiba Inu Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit than there is Bitcoin. And I'll show you the math at the very end. All right. This video is a banger right here. All right. So basically it says using terms like Satoshis or other small units means users avoid having to write out strings of zeros when very small volumes of the cryptocurrency are involved. Subdividing Bitcoins into fractions is necessary to facilitate microtransactions, such as buying a coffee. Though, due to the asset's high volatility, it's not regarded as a suitable medium of exchange. Satoshis have become indispensable since a single Bitcoin rose to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. It also means prospective investors can purchase as little as $1 worth of BTC rather than having to purchase a whole Bitcoin. Now, this right here is actually the reason I highlighted it was the Satoshis have become indispensable. In other words, the conversion to Bitcoin for transactions, right? Shiba Inu skips all that. They're like, you know what? We're in Satoshis because that's where we need to be in order to have an exchange value without having to confuse people. Is it a millibit? Is it a centibit? Is it a mu bit? Is it a Satoshi unit? You know, I mean, so that's something that's inherent in the invention, in the creation of Shiba Inu as a whole. All right. So just keep in mind that in terms of comparing Satoshi units per Satoshi unit, in terms of the total supply, there's actually less Bitcoin. I mean, there's less Shiba Inu than Bitcoin when you break it down to Satoshi units. And I'll tell you exactly how much at the end. All right. So basically, it says pros and cons of Satoshis. And keep in mind, all the cons, that's a typo, it says pros and sons of Satoshis. So the pros and cons of Satoshis, the pros are all what Shiba Inu has because that is what it started as. Now the cons, we'll see what the cons are because maybe Shiba Inu is able to see some of those. So it says Satoshis were created in 2014. And as stated earlier, they are just smaller units of Bitcoin and use the same SHA-256 hashing algorithm as BTC. While a Satoshi is a measuring unit for the BTC, there are certain pros and cons associated with using it. Pros of using Satoshis. They are relatively easy to trade and transfer. In light of this, Satoshis are an efficient way of using BTC for daily expenses. So that's a pro. Another one, Satoshis are used to pay Bitcoin transaction mining fee, which is necessary to ensure that the transaction is processed within a reasonable time frame. Well, the difference here is that Shiba Inu actually made their own blockchain to reduce the cost of transactions in a layer 2 to less than a penny. So now we're talking about Satoshi units and a system of transactions that's actually cheaper than Bitcoin and faster than Bitcoin. So already that's an advantage towards the Shiba Inu network. All right, what are the cons of using Satoshi? The biggest disadvantage is that Satoshis can be a confusing concept for those not familiar with cryptocurrency. As you guys can see, I had to make a video just to try to explain to the crypto community why there is less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin. And a lot of people still don't understand it. A lot of people still don't believe it. So it's okay. It is what it is. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I've never had a problem with facts. I've never had a quarrel with facts. So if the facts are saying that, I'm gonna believe the facts. I'm gonna believe the facts over people's feelings 110% of the time. So since Satoshis are units of Bitcoin, they are also prone to high volatility. This makes their most prominent use case of a medium of exchange for daily expenses difficult to understand. Okay, that is one thing about cryptocurrencies, and I 100% agree with that in Bitcoin, but not in Shiba Inu or in Shibarium. Why not? Well, first of all, what they're talking about being prone to high volatility, absolutely. Because let's say you hold $100,000 in Bitcoin, you hold one Bitcoin, $100,000, right? And it dips to 70,000. Damn, you just lost $30,000 like that because of the volatility. Now, what Shiba Inu is doing is they are going to create a stable coin. So you will be able to, if there is volatility, put your money in a stable token within the ecosystem, still adding total value lock, still adding value to the blockchain, still preserving wealth, and then allowing people the option to not remain stuck in high volatility, which is what happens with Bitcoin. So the advantages of Shiba Inu versus Bitcoin, I mean, they just go on. In fact, I think in when I was talking about the math at the end, I think I said that Shiba Inu is 120 years ahead of Bitcoin. All right, so just putting that out there for you guys. So, all right, let's see what other stuff I put up over here. All right, so it says summary. So these are the emails. These are the Satoshi Nakamoto emails. All right, and this was him going back and forth. And this is what it says: energy consumption of BTC. All right, why did Satoshi use a total of 21 million? So this is what Satoshi said. So my point is 100 million Satoshi units. The first part of this video was basically me trying to tell people 100 million Satoshi units equal one Bitcoin. Okay, because a lot of people don't know that. So I wanted to just make sure and reinforce getting from the Bitcoin Talk forum to the Satoshi Nakamoto emails directly. For what did he say? Well, Satoshi said, my choice, and this is about the total number of BTC, which is 21 million, a fixed number, but technically inflationary until fixed, where Shiba Inu is fully minted out and 100% hyper deflationary already. All right. Satoshi said, my choice for the number of coins and distribution schedule was an educated guess. It was a difficult choice because once the network is going, it's locked in and we're stuck with it. I wanted to pick something that would make prices similar to existing currencies, but without knowing the future, that's very hard. I ended up picking something in the middle. If Bitcoin remains in a small niche, it'll be worth less per unit than existing currencies. If it is represented internally as 100 million, and that's Satoshi units, right? He didn't say Satoshi. There's plenty of granularity if typical prices become small. For example, if 0.001 is worth euro, then it may be easier to change where the decimal point is displayed. So if you had one Bitcoin, it's now displayed as 1,000, and 0.001 is displayed as 1. We now call the smallest unit a Satoshi, but it didn't have a name before. Okay, so just this is from Satoshi Nakamoto's own email. So forget what anyone is telling you. This is basically what it is. And this is me building the case for how much Satoshi units are needed to make Bitcoin one Bitcoin. And once again, just to reiterate, one Bitcoin requires 100 million Satoshi units. All right. So, all right, let's see what else I got over here. Decentralization. So this was talking about how a small amount of miners held power and wealth over this network when it was early and young. In fact, Satoshi Nakamoto had made like a back door where he basically had like God mode where he can see where everyone's transactions were type situation as he was developing it. But then he took it off, I believe. And this article actually talks about it. Where I messed up on this, though, I'll be honest, is I should have actually gone to the top of the article so that we could see the article, just in case you guys wanted to read it. But basically, this was about this chart represents the early mining of um, Bitcoin. So you can see at first, the first wallet, second wallets, all these were pretty big chunks. Then it gets a little bit more decentralized, of course, with the big chunks. Then even more decentralized, and then even more. Then you see what's going on. You have an attack, 51%. But you see what I mean? So this is just from January 3rd, 2009, all the way to February 1st, 2011. That's what this chart is showing. So in 2 years, it basically did that right there. All right, so let me go ahead and keep going because I do want to show you the math. If there's one thing I want to show you is definitely the math, all right? Because here it is. All right, this is the first part of the um piece, the that I did, the Word document. So crypto markets supply theory of Shiba Inu. There is less SHIB than BTC. Of course, name, ticker, Bitcoin, BTC, founder Satoshi Nakamoto. Market cap 1.4 trillion. When I did that, I noticed that like 2 trillion right now. Max supply 21 million. Mint process ongoing until 2140. So until the year 2140. None of us even gonna be around, and Bitcoin. So for all intents and purposes, Bitcoin is inflationary. Okay, that's basically what we have to understand. It's inflationary until uh 2140, where all the Bitcoins are supposed to be mined out, and then um yeah, who knows what'll happen then. All right, cool. So total current supply, there it is. So 19,701,118. So 93.81% minted. So there's 6.19% left to be minted. Inflationary till 2040, then fixed 10% estimated lost, not taken out of circulation. All right, so what that says is that Shiba Inu is going to take tokens out of circulation, putting them in dead wallets, burning them, etc. Bitcoin has about 10% of its tokens that are estimated to be lost. So they're not even taken out of circulation. They don't know if they're just in a cold wallet or if they were lost. So just something to keep in mind. There's uncertainty there. Of course, if Satoshi Nakamoto was ever to sell any of those original tokens from the original mining, Bitcoin would absolutely take a dive. All right, absolutely take a dive. So that's something that we also have to be aware of. We don't have that problem with Shiba Inu. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. So this was me explaining the Bitcoin units of measure. All right, and then let's go ahead and go to the SHIB one. Where's the SHIB one? Here it is. So SHIB ticker Shiba Inu, SHIB, founder Ryoshi Research. Market cap was 15.06 billion. Fully diluted valuation 25.61 billion dollars. Max supply 1 quadrillion. All right. So it says, and then I put quadrillion what? Quadrillion Satoshi units, my people. Circulating supply right here, already at 58.93. All right, 58.93. There was 589 trillion tokens that are in supply. All right. So from the original Satoshis, there's only 589 trillion Satoshi units. All right. Inflationary pressure, it says perennial. Oh no, I think I switched it. I switched this up actually as I was going. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah. All right. So what did I call it? I called it decentralized perpetual multi-mechanism burns, extremely deflationary. Individuals project, Shibarium, blockchain, Shiba Swap, SHIB Metaverse, Shiba Cows, Wellies, Bad Idea AI, K9 derivatives, K9 bone, all that stuff. All right. So exponential increase in burns. Of course, price increases and volume leads to exponential increase in burns. So we know all of this is down the pipe. So it's just important for us to be aware of it. And here's some more stuff that I had spoken about where I said the crypto Marxist supply theory of Shiba Inu, there's less SHIB than Bitcoin. Why SHIB is way more valuable than BTC. And these were some of the things that I had come up with just offhand because it started in divisible Satoshis. So first of all, that's another thing too. Not only did Shiba Inu start in Satoshi units, okay, where you have Bitcoin having to do conversion on the Satoshi unit, but Shiba Inu actually is it's a divisible Satoshi unit. Okay, so that's just another facet of why I believe that it has inherent value. So, two, altruism has value. SHIB has more altruism. Three, decentralized digital commodity as value. Okay, that's another thing too, that because it is a decentralized digital commodity, basically not controlled by any centralized authority, any centralized party, that alone gives it more value. Okay, just something for you guys to consider. Five, ecosystem decentralized through decentralized autonomous organizations. Okay, so yes, the ecosystem is decentralized. And how is it decentralized? It's decentralized through DAOs. Okay, every token has a DAO. SHIB has a DAO, Leash has a DAO, Bone has a DAO. I'm sure every single one of them will eventually have a DAO. You know that a lot of the ecosystem tokens and partnerships like Bad Idea AI itself has a DAO. K9 Finance itself is a DAO. So just keep that in mind as you go through this and do your own research why there's value in this token. Well, part of the value is in its decentralization. So six, Shiba Swap, it has its own swap slated to be competitor to Uniswap. Okay, that's how big this project is aiming for. Seven, it has a metaverse in development right now. Of course, as you guys know, that is practically digital real estate, and they haven't even fully minted out some of the banger plays where they're gonna allow and save for big companies. All right, so just make sure you guys are paying attention to all these plays right here. Of course, the burns. Okay, it's more valuable because there's burns and shit. And Bitcoin, there are no burns. There's mistakes. All right, privacy, extra nonce. All right, so keep in mind that that extra nonce is what Satoshi Nakamoto had introduced to allow basically him to have God mode, and then you have Shiba Inu actually creating a SHIB name service, a SHIB identity that preserves your privacy. All right. Top level domains. As you guys know, SHIB name service is effective and it is being run by one of the partner SHIBs, which is D3. All right. 12, focus on adoption. That's one thing too. Every small project is always talking about how they can get new eyes on their project, but they just focus on buy. When in reality, the more in use a network is, the more the value is generated. All right. So, of course, adoption is way more important than just telling people to buy. All right. Partnership with unification, you already know side chains, work chains, beacons, VORs, Oracle of Oracles, validator decentralization. Ethereum and a lot of these other projects have huge validators. All right. So Shiba Inu and Shibarium looking to get away from that with more decentralized validators. In fact, eventually even offering validator as a service. And that's what they're trying to secure. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. Another thing too, Shiba Inu, as I said before, is 120 years ahead of BTC in time. Why do I say that? Because the last Bitcoin or Satoshi unit is going to be mined in the year 2140. In the year 2140. All right. Shiba Inu came out in 2020. So all of it is minted already. So as Bitcoin continues to mint, increasing tokens, SHIB already is done with that, fully minted out. So basically 120 years ahead of Bitcoin. Okay, that's what I mean by that. All right, just keep that in mind, my people. All right, let's go ahead, keep this going. And this last part is crucial too, to understand the numbers. All right, the numbers. All right, so this is the math proof that there is less SHIB Satoshi unit than BTC Satoshi units. All right. So, of course, I did this on May 21st, 2024. Bitcoin supply is 21 million, which is multiplied by 100 million, or 100 million divided by the amount of Satoshis equals that, right? So that means it's Bitcoin supply in Satoshi units is 2.1 quadrillion units, or 2 quadrillion 100 trillion sats. So that is the supply of Bitcoin. That's the actual supply of Bitcoin. If you were to break Bitcoin down to Satoshi units, there's actually 2.1 quadrillion Satoshi units. All right. Shiba Inu supplying Satoshi units is only 1 quadrillion. All right. Only 1 quadrillion minus the 410 trillion leaves it at about 589 trillion Satoshi units. So the math proof, SHIB is more valuable per Satoshi unit at all-time high. So this was the last all-time high. We don't know how high Shiba Inu is going to get to this particular bull run. I'm predicting 100 million. Shiba Inu to $100 million. Now, after everything is done, we'll be able to recalculate this. But I did the math for the previous one. And what was it? All right, so Shiba Inu, okay? So it says the market cap divided by Bitcoin at 19 million supply, 19.7 million, and the market cap was 1.4 trillion. The Bitcoin price per coin was 71,000. All right. And divided by Bitcoin Satoshi units, Bitcoin's price per Satoshi would be at 406666667. All right. 40667. So Bitcoin's price per Satoshi unit at all time was 4067. 1429. Shiba Inu per Satoshi unit at the time of this video, and it's actually very close to that price right now, is at 2547. All right. So Shiba Inu per Satoshi unit at all-time high, though, was at 8616. Okay, and that's according to CoinGecko. So my math, there it is. There it is. Big BTC would have to be approximately 89,717 to surpass SHIB's Satoshi all-time high. And now we know that Bitcoin is actually at 98,000. So it did break that already. And SHIB has not broken its all-time high. So actually, Bitcoin right now taking that, when I made this video, the fact was that the fact is last bull run, Shiba Inu had a higher value Satoshi unit for Satoshi than Bitcoin at all-time high. Now we haven't had the all-time high happen for Shiba Inu, but at the end we'll see if Bitcoin had a higher all-time high, because I believe Bitcoin is going to go to about 300,000 this bull run. Okay, and we'll see if Shiba Inu gets some of that value as well. Does it also multiply and compete for Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit? Only time will tell, obviously, but just putting it out there for you guys. And then another thing too, at the very end, I remember I did just to explain it once and for all. Once and for all. All right. This is what it is. So the math proof, less SHIB Satoshi units than BTC Satoshi units. So it says Bitcoin would have to be at 89,000 to surpass SHIB's SAT all-time high. We know that it did pass it right now. It did pass it. Give me one. Actually, no, here. So we do know that it passed it. Bitcoin has 1.5 times more Satoshi units than SHIB. All right. Shiba Inu has 16, or Shiba Inu has just 28.06% the supply of BTC. That's how little compared to Bitcoin there is. Here, let me go ahead and go to this real quick. All right, cool. So just some of the, all right, thank you guys for letting me know that the video wasn't playing. Appreciate that. Any updates on K9 Finance? That's from Rafi Islam, SP Coco, hand clap and all that. All right, cool. Good stuff. Appreciate you guys, by the way. And Mad Pizza Peppers and Shibanovsky, big up on helping me with the audio. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and get back to this. All right. So comparing Shiba Inu and Bitcoin. Okay. Once again, Bitcoin has 1.51. I'm gonna have to take this call, my people. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hello. And I'm back. All right, cool. My bad. It's crazy. I'll be over here all day. Nobody calls me. I'll be over here. Nobody texts me. As soon as I start doing a stream, as soon as I start recording my content, everyone and their mom over here trying to text and call. All right. So basically, what we're talking about is Bitcoin has 1.51 times more supply than SHIB. So what I'm telling you guys is that the Bone Army theory, if you want to call it that, or the crypto Marxist supply theory of SHIB states there is less Shiba Inu than Bitcoin. So this is the math right here. So there is actually 1.51 times more supply of Bitcoin than SHIB. Shiba Inu has just 28.06% the supply of Bitcoin. There's only, compared to Bitcoin, let's say 100%, this is all Bitcoin, right? All the whole supply. Shiba Inu is like almost just a little over a quarter, just a little, little pie size of the chart. Shiba Inu has 71.94% less tokens than Bitcoin. Okay, less coins, less Satoshi units. Shiba Inu has 71. So for every 10 Bitcoins or 10 Satoshi units of Bitcoin, Shiba Inu has less than 3. Okay, just putting it like that. For every 3 Satoshi units that Shiba Inu has, Bitcoin has 10. Okay, Bitcoin sats are 2.1 quadrillion. That's the actual supply. The total max supply of Bitcoin is 2.1 quadrillion. Shiba Inu Satoshis are at 589 trillion. Understand? All fully minted, while Bitcoin is still going to be minting until 2040. You tell me what project looks like it's more advanced. All right. So I'm just putting it out there. You just answered my question about prices for SHIB compared to Bitcoin. Yeah. And we'll see at the very end too, though, because if this right here just shows a little bit of what the all-time highs look like, I mean, technically going off of this on the all-time highs situation, right? Going back to this, if Shiba Inu was, how much higher was Shiba Inu? Satoshi unit for Satoshi. Did we do that? Let me see. Uh, uh, uh. So 73, okay? And was at 6. So that means it is about 7 6. So if Bitcoin reaches, if Bitcoin reaches 300,000, that would put it at about three zeros, like 23 or 25. 3 zeros, 25. If Shiba Inu has a higher run up, that means that for that 3 zeros to 5 is the minimum that Shiba Inu is going to hit this book. Just using that logic, all right. Just using that logic, all right. That puts it at over a 10x though. That puts it at over a 10x. That's kind of crazy though, because if it does do that right now, what's Shiba's market cap? Let's go to Dex Tools before I get back to the video. I thought I was gonna watch a video with you guys, but as you guys that were here earlier know, the video audio didn't play, so that was definitely not a part of the plan to not hear it. But I was able to go through it. So here it is. Look, here it is. So if the total market cap is at 26.76 billion, this is actually crazy because that would mean that Shiba Inu's market cap is actually going to break $250 billion this bull run. This bull run, 250. How I like, that's just holy shit. I might have to do a video just on that. All right. This is live, by the way. This is live. I didn't have this plan, so just thinking about it though, that sounds like almost too much. So Shiba Inu gonna be at 3 zeros, 25. That's at a 250 billion dollar market, $250 billion for Shiba Inu. If that's true, no doubt in my mind that Shiba Inu will make it to the trillion. And of course, that's not even $1 trillion economy in the making. Okay, you guys are lucky. Once again, I go by Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. If you have any questions, let me know what you guys are thinking. Do you? I should have put a poll. I messed up. Let me know, yes or no. Is there less Shiba Inu than Bitcoin? Was my presentation convincing or no? You guys let me know. All right. So it really does suck though, because I have a bunch of videos. Another one, and this one is by far the most important one. That's why I covered it right now. The supply of Shiba Inu. The fact there's less Shiba Inu. There is less Shiba Inu, Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit, than there is Bitcoin, Satoshi unit per Satoshi unit. Okay. So that is big if you're able to see, because everyone's going to tell you that, oh, there's so many coins, oh, this and that. They're not understanding the conversion. Really, part of what's helping us is that the conversion rate or the conversion aspect of Bitcoin, which hinders it, actually allows us to see our position in it, how much more of a advantage we have just being in Satoshis already, instead of having to deal with a different coin that gets broken down into Satoshis to then use those Satoshis. No, we're already here. In fact, we can subdivide those Satoshis as well. We can create a blockchain so that the transaction fees are even less than a penny. Okay, therefore bringing in not just a revolutionary concept or innovation, but actually bringing in interoperability and bringing in adoption. Without adoption, none of this is really going to be successful, because if it's just the degens trading tokens, that isn't what this is. Uh, this isn't the capacity, the highest level of Web3. No, what we want is gaming. What we want is finance. We want DeFi. We want the ability to stake or create LP in order to create way more value, you know? So that's basically what Shiba Inu is doing, because part of the value, and I forgot what term, if it's Moore's Law, because I think Moore's Law is that technology doubles every 6 months or something like that. But there is one law of networking where, like, the more, that's why Bitcoin has so much value, because there's a lot of nodes and a lot of connectivity that gives the network a robustness that allows it to continue to flourish. Now, Shiba Inu is taking that to a whole new level, making a Shibarium blockchain, making different tokens that tackle the utility aspects of many things. For example, the control of a token. Well, they have DAOs. So there isn't full control by any entity. And in fact, people can come together, put proposals together, band together, and try to get quorum and put proposals forward. That is basically, in my opinion, one of the most democratic uh, things that crypto is known for. Okay, because other than that, where else do you hear about DAOs? I know about DAOs because of crypto. All right, now another thing too, utility. Shiba Inu has value. It's a meme coin, so it actually double taps. See, this is what a lot of people aren't understanding. Altcoins are gonna start moving. Shiba Inu is an altcoin. Shiba Inu is a large cap as well compared to other tokens. We're talking about Shiba Inu is the #1 meme coin on Ethereum. Okay. So this isn't just your run of the mill. This is just a pump and dump. This is an entire ecosystem that's being built. And not only that, you have metaverse, you have brick and mortar, you have physical to digital with Shiba cows, and the umbrella, all under the umbrella of what? Of a Shiba state, the nation state, okay? A country where you and I will be Shibisons, okay? I predict eventually, if this continues to go as it goes, the Shiba state might even have a seat at the United Nations, okay? That's how much this ecosystem, in my opinion, can do. Okay, and that's underselling it, because there's so much in the background that we are not even privy to. In fact, like right now, if you come over here, look, let me just show you. Is it here? Let me see. Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Yes, this one actually. Give me 1 second. Why isn't it popping up? Damn, this thing's about to freeze up. All right, so here it is. This is the Shiba Inu, the Shibarium.shib.io website. And currently it says the bridge is under maintenance. It will be back soon. So there's constantly things happening in the background. And as you guys know, one of the videos that I wanted to read to you guys, or one of the videos I wanted us to watch together, was actually um the one on the burns. Okay, I have it up here. In fact, maybe I'll go ahead and read it as well, just like I did the other one. But there's another one, because there's so much alpha that I wanted to give you guys, and it really does suck that the video audio isn't coming out. because let me see, what was it? Let me see. Integration. Yeah, here it is. It's this one right here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if it is this one. It is this one. All right. So here, let me go ahead and hit you guys with what this said. And this was me thinking that this was gonna move properly, but of course it wasn't time. It was not time. So here it is, basically. All right. So it says Shiba swaps integration into Shibarium marks a significant milestone in decentralized trading. All right. So Shiba Swap, a prominent decentralized exchange DEX within the SHIB ecosystem, is poised to redefine the landscape of decentralized trading by being integrated into Shibarium, Shiba Swap's layer 2 scaling solution. This strategic move aims to enhance transaction speed, reduce costs, and bolster security, thereby revolutionizing the trading experience for its users. Emphasized via a tweet from Shiba Inu's marketing lead, the integration of Shibarium brings forth a plethora of benefits for traders. And of course, what they were talking about in lead marketing or marketing lead is actually Lucy SHIB. If you don't know about Lucy SHIB, go ahead and give her a follow because she has a lot of alpha. And what this says is hashtag Shiba Swap's move to hashtag Shibarium means big things for all of us. With more projects and increased liquidity on the horizon, we'll have a wider range of options and opportunities to experience. Plus, with a faster, cheaper, and more secure trading environment, we can expect to see, and I didn't check what that says. So, firstly, Shibarium Layer 2 technology ensures lightning fast transaction confirmations, facilitating smoother and more efficient trading activities. Moreover, it significantly slashes transaction costs, bidding farewell to the era of hefty gas fees, synonymous with other crypto exchanges. One of the cornerstones of Shiba Swap is its governance token, Bone. And of course, I've been telling you about Bone. Bone, in my opinion, is one of, if not the most important token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Originally conceived as a reward mechanism for SHIB holders, Bone has evolved to play multiple pivotal roles within the ecosystem. Liquidity providers staking for SHIB tokens on Shiba Swap are rewarded with Bone tokens, boasting an impressive annual percentage yield of up to 33%. Okay. So additionally, Bone holders wield proposal power, enabling them to shape the future trajectory of the DEX. Notably, Shibarium now adopts Bone as its official gas fee token, with a proportion of these fees allocated towards burning SHIB tokens, effectively reducing the token's overall supply. Shiba Swap's availability on both Ethereum and Shibarium reflects the DEX's commitment to embracing a multi-chain approach. This strategic maneuver opens doors to diverse opportunities for users and amplifies liquidity within the ecosystem. By amalgamating Ethereum's robust security protocols with Shibarium's expedited transaction capabilities, Shiba Swap endeavors to offer users a seamless, secure, and efficient trading environment. As anticipation mounts for the impending release, Lucy's tweet alludes to an imminent unveiling, promising a more robust, efficient, and rewarding trading experience within the SHIB ecosystem. As stakeholders eagerly await the rollout, attention is directed towards Shiba Inu's official channels for further announcements. So that was part of what I had read in that. So as you guys can see, Shiba Inu is not playing around. They are serious when it comes to Shiba Swap. Now, one thing that a lot of people are missing, in my opinion, or not getting, is that Bone is the gas token for the entire Shibarium blockchain, but it's also the trading token. So it's going to be used to pair on Shiba Swap with a lot of the new pairs so that people can start mining for liquidity, okay? Farming for liquidity. That's something that you guys have to understand, because just like Uniswap's Uni, which is like at $6, get you some Bone before it starts to move, okay? And this right here, I showed the DeFi Llama It was at 2.33 million. Right now, last I checked, it actually had broke 8 million. Okay, 8 million. So almost a 3.5x from this video. So Shibarium definitely moving. And not only that, there is a bunch of um what is it, like a bunch of alpha coming, of course, um from many sources. One of the sources is this one right here. If you're not familiar with it, it's the Shiba Inu ecosystem blog. Okay, so a lot of these articles, and keep in mind, this was from December 4th, 2023. It shows basically they're telling you what's going to happen. So I'm just putting this out there for you. This one right here is also one of the videos that I consider one of my most important videos. The first one I think is the most important one, which is there is less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin, if you're able to understand that we're talking Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit. All right, cool. With that, let's keep it going. So navigating the transition, Shibarium's puppy net from Gorley to Sepolia and burn. So there's a couple things I did want to show you guys about this particular article. Let me see. I think I'm going straight to it. Yeah, I think here it is. So the revolutionizing token economics, the Shibarium burn mechanism. The Shibarium burn mechanism, a new era. Shibarium is introducing a transformative token burning mechanism crucial for the network's economic model. This mechanism is designed to reduce token supply strategically, potentially increasing the token's value and benefiting its ecosystem. The one thing I'm going to tell you strategically, because you when boys kill me sometimes, when moon boys. All right. It's not going to move if it's not time for it to move. Keep in mind, this one's going to move towards the very end of the cycle. Just make sure you capture your profits before it goes down. All right. That was number one. So the manual phase. So phases of the burn mechanism. One, manual phase. Initially, the burn process will be manually managed by the official deployer wallet. This allows for close monitoring and adjustments, ensuring alignment with the network's health and sustainability. This will also require some changes in the network, which will be coordinated with other validators and node operators. Two, automated transition. So starting in January, the mechanism will evolve into an automated system. This phase will witness multiple upgrades to enhance efficiency and reliability. The automated burn process will operate based on predefined rules, making it more efficient and transparent. Impact of transaction volume and gas fees. A pivotal aspect of the burn mechanism success is the network's adoption rate. Once again, adoption. Without adoption, you got ghost chains out there that don't really go anywhere. Okay. So as Shibarium experiences an increase in the number of transactions and a significant rise in gas fees by as much as 1,000%, the token burning also grows exponentially. This correlation is key. The more the network is adopted and used, the more tokens will be burned, creating a self-sustaining cycle of growth and value appreciation. So let me go ahead and just go over this one more time in case you guys didn't understand what they just said. Because really, all they're saying is as bone increases in value, as the gas fees increase, so will the amount of burns that occur. That's all they said. So once again, they said that as Shibarium experiences an increase in the number of transactions and significant rise in gas fees by as much as 1,000%, that's a 10x, the token burning also grows exponentially. Okay, not that it's going to just burn 1-to-1 at a fixed rate. No, exponentially. This correlation is key. The more the network is adopted and used, the more tokens will be burned, creating a self-sustaining cycle of growth and value appreciation. Okay, so basically, like a seesaw of value, it spikes up and then the burn rate increases. So you figure the price is going to tapers down. Now it goes up. Now, so basically, that's what you want. All right. So it says the role of upgrades in efficiency, the network will undergo several upgrades to streamline both the manual and automated burning processes. These upgrades are aimed at ensuring the burn mechanism is not only efficient, but also adapts to the changing dynamics of the network's usage. By continuously improving this process, Shibarium aims to maintain a balanced and robust economic model that can scale with the network's growth. The future of Shibarium burns. The future of Shibarium's token burning mechanism looks promising. With the planned upgrades and the direct correlation between network usage and burning efficiency, the more the network is used, the more efficient the burns will be. More use, more burn. The mechanism is expected to become a central component of Shibarium's economic strategy. As adoption increases, so does the efficiency of the burn process, making Shibarium an attractive platform for users and investors alike. Version upgrades and improvements in Shibarium embracing scalability and security. I think this right here is, well, here, let me see it. All right, cool. So, anyways, that's another thing too. So when we're talking about Bone, though, keep in mind Bone isn't just the run of the mill. Shiba Swap is not run of the mill. What we're talking about here is Shiba Swap, Shiba Inu, and its DEX, Shiba Swap. Don't forget, this is an article that I found from way back in like July 7th, 2021, over 3 years ago. I went in the archives for this one. Shiba Inu SHIB DEX Shiba Swap surpasses $1 billion in total value locked in 24 hours after launch. 24 hours after launching, SHIB's new Shiba Swap DeFi platform surpassed $1 billion in total value locked, and it is rising fees on the Ethereum network. Okay, keep in mind that's exactly what it did. It rose the fees on the Ethereum network. Now those fees are gonna be burned. Essentially, are gonna be facilitated into a burn mechanism. All right, so that's the advantage of having their own blockchain instead of just being on a layer one, being confined. Where now you can have a deflationary ecosystem, have deflationary tokens, and have the fees not just go to the Ethereum network, but go to the Shibarium network and effectively burning more effectively. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into this article right here. If you are enjoying this, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like bell because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. So basically, it says, why? Let me see. Can I read this? Oh, I read the conclusion. All right, so let me see. It says the introduction and evolution of the Shibarium burn mechanism mark a significant step in the network's development by aligning token burns with network usage and continuously enhancing the process through upgrades. Shibarium is setting a precedent in blockchain token economics. This strategy, coupled with the transition to the Sepolia network and other technological advancements, positions Shibarium at the forefront of blockchain innovation, ready to meet the growing demands of the digital age. All right. So, once again, there's just a lot in the background happening. If you don't know that they have the upgrades, that the burn mechanism is actually exponential, that Shiba Inu is actually less Satoshi unit for Satoshi in supply than Bitcoin. Okay, there's certain things that I get it. Not only that, like it sucks because I really wanted to show you some videos and just sit back and watch the videos with you, but of course the situation is a little different right now. But I do have another video right here that I had prepared for you guys. I wanted to sit down and watch a couple of these videos with you, but maybe I can link it. This right here, in my opinion, might be one of the secret companies in the background. All right. Rev Info Tech. Rev Info Tech. So this video right here talks about how many burns are possible. They use a bunch of numbers. This is, let me just say, this is 100% speculation. Oh, let me go here so you guys can see it. 100% speculation. All right. This was a banger video. If you haven't seen it, it's called Secret Company Behind SHIB Burning Over 100 Trillion Annually. All right. And so where did I get that from? I go through all of that. So if you are interested in that, you already know what to do, my people. So let me go ahead and see if I have any questions. If not, I might have to go and check the chart because I definitely want to check the bone chart and I want to check basically the entire ecosystem. So this video right here talks about a couple of things, but unfortunately you're not going to be able to hear it. So what I want to show you though is a little thing I did at the very end, or actually this right here. This is it right here. The hypothetical burn potentials. All right, let me make sure that this is all the way up. Auto 7. No, make sure it's there. Make sure this covers everything. All right, let me see. Can this get close? Is it sharper than that? No. All right, cool. So this right here, I believe, came from Queenie, one of the old team members of SHIB Army. Okay, of course there was a breakup and all that stuff, and some people went with the Shadow Cats, and other people didn't. Some people ride with Ryoshi, because remember, I am Ryoshi. You are Ryoshi. All right, never forget that. We ride with Shaitoshi. That is the head of the SHIB Army. Okay, his vision, his execution, his work ethic. All right, and we try to surround him as a shield against the FUD, because the thing is, if the FUD is warranted, I can see it. I myself will hit a couple of truth bombs wherever they need to be dropped, but not just talk mess like some of these people that just try to get views by lying or clickbaiting, or just because it's easy to attack Shaitoshi, because obviously nobody knows who he is, and it's always win, soon. But those of you like me that understand everything in due time really do understand that this is just the beginning. All right, cool. So what am I talking about? Unfortunately, I can't play the video. It's a 22-minute video. You can look for it. It's called Secret Company Behind SHIB Burning Over 111 Trillion Annually. So it says, hypothetical burn potentials, all eligible lands renamed once, assuming SHIB current SHIB price, assuming current cost of renaming a Shiboshi is $100 of SHIB. So basically, this is what they're talking about. So burning of $100 worth of SHIB for Shiboshis. Okay. Next, Shiba Swap 2.0, assuming current price, assuming poor monthly trade volume of 10 billion per month. Current average in a week month is 15 billion. Assuming transaction burn is 1% on Shiba Swap. That means that the total burn per year would be about 44 trillion, because the way they do it is 370 trillion SHIB transacted per month. And then out of that, 1% would be 3.7 trillion. So in 1 year, you get about 44 trillion. So essentially, the transactional burns is what they're talking about. So SHIB Army, assuming SHIB Army is slow to grow and has only 5 billion trading volume outside of Shiba Swap. Assuming current price, assuming transactional burn is an additional 1% for SHIB Army, and assuming Shiba Swap burn percentage is stacked. So now burning 88 trillion per year. And this is how they break it down. So the 5 billion plus the trading volume divided by 1% over 12 months gives them 22 trillion SHIB burned on SHIB Army alone. So it looks like the biggest burner is going to be Shiba swap based on this right here. Shiba swap might be the biggest SHIB burner. It says not factoring in community burns, burn projects, other tokens, other official burns to be announced, TD, TBD. So SHIB supply could reduce by 111 trillion, 111 billion, 111 million, 111,000, 110 trillion Shiba Inu burned in one bad year, quote unquote. So that's just something for you guys to understand when we're talking about the burn mechanism, the ecosystem, tokenomics, and how many different um, avenues are available to burn. Okay, because so it's going to be burning through this mechanism, community burns, and of course, as you guys know, as the price goes up, this is a dynamic burn. So price goes up, more burns occur. Okay, just putting that out there for you guys. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and check Shiba Inu. I'm gonna check Shiba Inu. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna check Shiba Inu's price. I'm gonna check Bones. I'm gonna check K9. I'm gonna check Bad Idea. And if you have any questions, let me know. So yeah, this basically looking like it's moving up 4.36%. Very healthy move. We do expect this to come back over here and actually get to 28 at least. I did say 28 was the next flip. So I do see this maybe trading here before it actually shoots up. You guys know how exponential this can be. All right, let's look at Bone. Bone steadily going up as well. Currently sitting at 57 cents right now. Bone at 57 cents. I made that video for you guys, told you it was at 30 something, told you it was at 40 something. Right now sitting at 57 cents. Look at that nice little spike, healthy retrace right there. And that retrace don't really look like it's going to do much. It looks like it might just actually take off higher. It's looking like we're probably going to target 60 cents by tomorrow. That's what that's looking like to me. So right now, currently $131.20 million market cap, total market cap, 142.65 million. Of course, there's only 250 million Bone tokens. 20 million of those saved for validators. So basically, you have about 230 million tokens out there for you guys to play with. I do believe that these tokens are going to go to $1, $5, $10, $100 this bull run. All right, I'm predicting it now. $100 for Bone. All right, let's see if I'm right or wrong. All right, cool. Next up, let's go ahead and see where Leash is. All right, Leash is the metaverse token. It is only 107,000 in supply. So it's a very small supply, which means very explosive growth. And also, like the rest of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, up between 4 and 5%. And this is a very healthy chart right here for Leash. I'm so glad that this is finally moving, and 314 is actually a pretty good entry price at this point. I would have said wait till 250 before. Like I literally told you guys, every time it comes here, you can just buy and take your profit. But whether you did that or not my problem. That's your problem, my people. I just give it to you on a platter. Whether you eat is on you. Next one is actually K9. K9, as I told you guys, is going to keep releasing tokens. Going to keep releasing tokens until April. Okay, you see this? So yeah, so because of this, the price, and no big surprise. No big surprise. I mean, yeah, let me move this to 1 hour. Actually, let me just move it to the 4 hour. What the hell? Just so we can kind of see it quickly. All right. Yeah, this guy's over here. All right, so that's the thing. Nothing surprising here. The trend continues. Like I said, basically, just try to get your positions in because it's going to keep going down. It's going to keep going down until March or April. Once everything is out, then the fully diluted valuation is most likely going to be also down to like maybe 4 million by that time. Because once everything is out, technically, the fully diluted valuation and the total market cap should be the same, except for any tokens that were burned by Canine Finance. Okay. If you don't know about Canine Finance, do your research. I would say this is probably one of the most bullish plays you could possibly get into. It is the official liquid staking derivatives platform for the Shibarium blockchain. Okay. So, in fact, I believe this particular project is going to be responsible for um, oh yeah, you're right, Shibanowski. It does have, because the audio um, wasn't playing, so then I started playing it, but I could hear it as I was reading, and you guys couldn't hear it. So I muted it so I could read. So, but thank you for that. You're on point, bro. You're on point. I appreciate. Try to be like Shibanowski, my people. All right. Try to be helpful. Try to be active, because that's really what builds community. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning, my people. This channel gonna go. All right, cool. So with that, like I told you, this one right here gonna go as well. All right. The official liquid staking derivatives platform. This one, in my humble opinion, is probably gonna mint millionaires, because that's the type of quality that this team has been bringing time and time again. In fact, one thing that um, Canine Finance has done that no one else has done, and I commend the team for doing it, they set timelines. They actually set timelines. They'll, like, for example, when they, oh, and this is a Shiba cows right here. Uh, so yeah, make sure you participate in the ecosystem and help out. But what I was gonna say is, when they were gonna do their TGE, when they were going to drop, they said we are dropping at on this date, on this time, and they even had a countdown clock. Okay, so I like that, because other than that, you have a lot of tokens that say we're dropping, can't tell you when, just be aware. What that does is it allows whales to dominate the chart, because they're the ones that are basically looking at the chart, that have bots, that have insiders, are probably whitelisted, are in pre-sales, are in KOL deals, all kinds of stuff that the majority of the public isn't even aware of, can't even get into if they tried. So with that, it's important that we understand the value um, of Canine Finance and the liquid staking derivatives platform, which will continue to, yeah, which will continue to bring value to the Shibarium blockchain. Now, the one thing I'm gonna tell you, that the reason why I'm so bullish on this project in particular is, in my opinion, Canine Finance is going to bring a super supply shock to the Shibarium ecosystem. Why? Well, because it's taking bone out of circulation, it is staking it, it is locking it. All that helps the price. And really, what I'm understanding is that when bone is locked, and once they hit once they hit the switch, and the Shibarium blockchain like just powers up, and you got the automated burns, and you got literally like 70 tokens that are just going to be released. All right, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be mayhem. People do not understand the type of FOMO. In fact, Shiba Inu and the Shibarium blockchain, in my opinion, are the only chains that are able to build FOMO to the point that an entire community starts to buzz. Like, there isn't any project or blockchain, because they're all so greedy. All right, you have Solana, you got, Base, but there isn't like a centralized community that just tells you, you know what? Do you believe 1 cent dream? Build the ecosystem and they will come. Let's build the Shiba Eternity card video game. Let's do Shiboshi Rush. Let's bring in SHIB devs. Let's bring in Shiba Hub. what will be one of the most advanced applications in all of crypto. Okay, and of course, I'm hoping that when it is released, it's actually released on the layer 3, because as you guys know, the layer 3 blockchains are known as the application layers. So if they are application layers, let's go ahead and see what's going on with that. You feel me? All right, cool. Well, with that, let's go ahead and check bad idea. All right, this is the last one from the the ones I'm gonna check, because I'm gonna tell you about bad idea is looking like a good idea right now. Bad idea looking like a really good idea right now. Do not sleep on it. This is, in my opinion, the most undervalued AI project out there. Okay, keep in mind, we're talking about the official Shiba Inu artificial intelligence play. Remember, I was telling you about the DAOs and how Shiba Inu has a DAO. All right. Um, Bone has a DAO. Leash has a DAO. Canine Finance has a DAO. Well, Bad Idea also has a DAO. In fact, BAD is an acronym. The B in BAD is for blockchain. The A in BAD is for artificial intelligence, and the D in BAD is for decentralized autonomous organization DAO. So it's these tokens that actually emphasize decentralization is where we need to start focusing our attention. A lot of times people do not understand the value in decentralization because they're just trying to make a quick buck. If you focus on the long run, if you focus on a long vision, long-term vision, things will turn out better for you. That's all I'm saying, because these are life-changing plays if you're able to capitalize on them. Okay, keep in mind, people have already been made millionaires with a lot of these plays, and it still isn't too late. Right now, people are thinking Bitcoin is too late. Bitcoin's about 100,000. Bitcoin's gonna reach about $40 million is what they're saying, right? Minimum. If Bitcoin is only at 100,000, when Bitcoin gets to 1 million, that's a 10x. That's a 10. How are you late to something you can 10x on? Bitcoin going to go to 10 million. If Bitcoin goes to 10 million, as is predicted and stipulated, once the gold market, bond market starts understanding the value and how important, how perfect cryptocurrencies are in maintaining wealth, there's going to be a rush, a digital gold rush into Bitcoin. Okay. So understand what is happening right now. We need to start positioning ourselves like never before. Once again, if Bitcoin reaches $10 million, which I do believe it will happen, we're talking about a 100x. So you still feel like you're late, but Bitcoin is still a 100x. Help me understand that one. Okay. Because really, people that say that are like, oh, they understand it'll go up over time. What they mean is it's not going to pump to Valhalla and have them basically become millionaires overnight. Right. And that's what they're looking for. So at least explain that and be honest with yourself. Because a lot of times I feel like people FUD Bitcoin, they FUD Ethereum, they FUD these big plays like Shiba Inu that have long-term vision, because they're looking at all these pump and dumps. They're used to being dumped on. They're used to getting exited on, instead of saying, okay, this is a position right now I can apply right now. Let me go ahead and get in this play right now before it gets listed on some centralized exchanges. Keep in mind, Bone is listed on crypto.com. It is not listed on Binance. It is not listed on Robinhood. It is not listed on Coinbase. When this gets listed, what do you guys think is going to happen to the price of Bone? What do you think is going to happen to the price of bone? All right. And when the price of bone goes up, there's more, the burns go up. And when the burns go up, in theory, the price of SHIB should go up as well. So you have a perfect storm right now brewing if you're able to position yourself in the right spot, my people. Just putting it out there for you guys. Not financial advice, not telling you what to do, just telling you what I would do if I was you. All right, just telling you what I would do if I was you. All right, cool. So right now I'm running on 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm thinking I went ahead and covered a lot of what I wanted to cover. Primarily the very first video that I wanted to just sit back, watch the videos, and have you guys basically um, ask me questions type situation, or bring up some stuff and we can develop a dialogue. Unfortunately, change of plan, but I mean, I wasn't gonna tap out. You already know. I went ahead and read it off of the screen and we kept it rolling. And basically, what we found out was this, that there is less Shiba Inu Satoshi unit for Satoshi unit. Crypto Marxist supply theory, the Bone Army supply theory. Bone Army supply theory of SHIB basically states that in simple terms. Okay, if you understand that, understand how crazy SHIB is going to move when people start getting into it. Because right now, altcoin season. In fact, this the last thing I'm gonna do before I bounce is let's go ahead and check out the altcoin season index. See if we made it. Because we're 2 points away from altcoin season. It looks like we dipped one on this one. But based on this, I'm gonna tell you, it looks like altcoin season starts tomorrow. Yep, I did tell you 2 to 3 days. Tomorrow is the third day. All right, putting it out there for you guys, the altcoin season index. So expect a lot of tokens to start moving. Expect Bitcoin to probably, let's see what Bitcoin is doing, because if Bitcoin starts moving up as well, then that means that Ethereum and the rest of the ecosystem tokens are probably going to lag a little bit behind, meaning that it's going to bring down the altcoin index because Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. That's basically what that means. But looking at this, is looking like it's holding at 96, all right, which actually could go down to about 90, 94-ish. So yeah, actually it's looking like altcoin season tomorrow. So expect really good movement tomorrow as well from some of these plays. And you can see that in a bad idea, look at this. Look at this play right here. Basically just looking really nice and healthy. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. So without any further ado, oh, what was I going to show you guys? Oh, yeah, the altcoin season before. Let me just show you that last before I bounce. Here it is. So I showed you one, but now I'm going to show you my favorite one. So we'll see where it's at, because this one was, what's up? I just want to share. What the? Oh, here it is. 70 trade. Let me go ahead and just, I'm going to refresh it because I want to see if it's still at 73, because it was at 73 before I started the video. Okay, actually, look, 69. Uh-oh, 69. So it could definitely start moving up pretty soon. So all I know is whether it starts tomorrow or not, what I'm saying is this: altcoin season is starting next week. No doubt about it. We are officially here. Look at this. Look at this. And see, the one thing I like about this one is you can kind of see that, right? Like it really just spikes, right? You can see maybe it'll go right here and then just take off to 75. But what I was going to say is what I like on this one in particular, the coin market cap altcoin index, right? The season index, is that it shows you previous, but it shows you the market cap. It shows you the altcoin market cap, which I think is very valuable because obviously the index will go where the market cap takes it. Where liquidity is, that's where the index is going to go. And look at this right now. up and to the right. After Donald Trump, this is Donald Trump right here, November 5th. After Donald Trump's election, this thing started going straight up. So this, if this doesn't stop going up, it's going to be up here, and this is most likely going to be at like 75 to 80. If, because keep in mind, if Ethereum starts moving, it brings up tokens as well. So it's like a dual-edged sword for Bitcoin's dominance. All right, just something for you guys to keep in mind. So now let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin dominance. Since we're checking out altcoins, and of course, Bitcoin dominance is actually down 4.24%. Bitcoin dominance going down. This might be the beginning of what people have been waiting for Bitcoin to start slowly going down below 50. And once that happens, this 13 should actually go up to about 16 or 18. All right. And others, because of Solana, actually has a huge amount. Look at this, 4%. In fact, this 31 is taking from Ethereum. I'll tell you that much. So I don't know. Last bull run, the Ethereum dominance reached 20%. But because you have so many others, I think part of that is why it's so low at 13. But you can see this is declining, this is sideways basically, and then this actually increased by 4.31%. So that's something to keep in mind. And here you have it. Look, Ethereum and others basically going up as Bitcoin went down. And normally what you would have is Ethereum doing the same thing, but there's a bit of a delay there. So, do with that what you will. All right. So it says, I was under the impression you won't have to do the bridge fetcher and just swap from Ethereum to SHIB without a bridge soon. Yes, that's exactly what they're talking about with the chain, or what was it? Yes, some new feature, that they were talking about. Absolutely, that's basically it. It's a multi-chain bridge slash swap. So the concept, as Shibanowski is saying, is like, let's say you want SHIB bone, and you have SHIB on Ethereum, that you would be able to trade your SHIB on Ethereum and receive SHIB bone on the SHIB blockchain in your exchange, where now you would have to probably transfer your SHIB to the SHIB blockchain, or your Ethereum to the SHIB blockchain and make the transaction on the SHIB blockchain, or by convert your SHIB to bone and then have your bone bridge over to SHIB so that you can have your bone on. But keep in mind, all that costs fees. So yeah, as this continues to go up, and as the infrastructure continues to be built out, as Shibanowski is saying, it's just going to be so much easier, because you'll be able to basically bridge effortlessly, where now you have to make an additional step in order to just get your stuff over. Later on, it's going to be as simple as literally a swap, and the fees are going to be low as well. So in theory, it should be banger. All right. So I'm absolutely looking forward to that. So I do see your point on that, and it's just a matter of time before that happens, in my honest opinion. All right. Well, with that, let me finally check Bone one more time. Yeah, Bone's looking like it wants to move. 6%. All right, cool. That's fire, my people. So don't forget, Bone is the official gas token of the SHIB blockchain. Do not sleep on it. In fact, what I'm going to do for you guys before I leave, a little bonus. I'm going to give you guys a little bonus in case that you guys are new to my channel. If you're new to my channel and you're holding SHIB, and you've been holding it on your MetaMask, I'm going to tell you about a little something over here. Let me see. Or you know what I'm going to do regardless? Because this is actually, it's saying that it's trying to verify my browser. Oh, am I lagging right now? Am I spinning. So essentially, what I was gonna tell you guys is this though: to go to Shiba, what's it called? It's called Shiba.Phil token. Shiba.Phil token. If you are a Shiba Inu holder, okay, and you have self custody of your Shiba Inu, what I want you to do is go and self custody. I don't mean that you have SHIB on uh, crypto.com or that you have it on Coinbase or something like that. Damn, I'm so freezy right now. This thing's gonna shut down. All right, well, regardless, let me go ahead and hit this real quick. I'm gonna try. There it is. Oh shit, I did it twice now. All right, before this thing shuts down, because it's actually hella laggy, put it up there. Shiba.philtoken.com. If you are holding it in a MetaMask, Coinbase wallet, or Trust wallet, go to this website. You don't even have to connect. And you will be eligible to get a free airdrop of the Phil token. Phil is the dinosaur, essentially like a philanthropy play. And in fact, they went ahead and spoke about this airdrop on the SHIB magazine. In case you didn't hear about it back then, I'm letting you guys know about it right now. Go ahead and get your tokens if you are eligible for it. Keep in mind that you must have had the tokens in your wallet August 20th. I believe that is when you needed to have the tokens in your wallet, because that is the when they did the snapshot. When they did the snapshot, okay? That was August 28th. So if you had tokens August 28th in a self-custody wallet, you qualify for the airdrop. So go ahead and go to shiba.philtoken.com and make sure you do that. And when you go over there, you're gonna see that it did have this one. It did have the lucky draw on the bottom. And basically, for an additional bonus, you go ahead and you just submit your non-custodial address, then follow, retweet them for a chance to double your winnings. All right. Of course, not financial advice, but if you want free tokens, I'm giving you a free play. So basically, Raul Paul showed that Dogecoin is actually outperforming BTC. It actually is outperforming BTC right now, 100%. But don't forget, Shiba Inu eventually, in my opinion, is going to outperform Doge because of the ecosystem, because of the deflationary ecosystem. Part of the reason why Doge is doing what it's doing is because Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a big Doge enthusiast, and he has been pumping those bags since 2020, basically 2021, talking about Doge to the moon, Doge one, all that stuff. And now in the Trump administration, he's talking about Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. Okay. So with that, I see that I'm hella laggy, which is kind of weak. But with that, I appreciate you guys. Not your financial advisor. I agree with that it is outperforming. And I think at this point, it's going to be hard for some of our tokens not to outperform it. But what I will tell you is this: Bitcoin to 300,000 this year. I mean, 2025, this bull run. Bitcoin to 300,000. I had said 115, 125 before, way before Trump and all that stuff. So I'm thinking 300,000 minimum with this administration. And if he says no crypto taxes, I believe it might even reach 400. That's how crazy this thing is going to go. All right. So if you got any value, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. I appreciate you guys for riding with me for these 2 hours. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you some of the videos I wanted to show you, but you already know I made it happen. I read the content and basically told you exactly what I wanted to tell you, which was, in my opinion, the most valuable video I've ever done. is the crypto Marxist supply theory of SHIB video. That one right there talks about SHIB having less of a supply than Bitcoin if you compare them Satoshi units for Satoshi units. Okay. And that is a crucial aspect. To understand that, you will be ahead of 99.99% of everyone in. There's too many coins, too many blockchains, too many people telling you that this is that their thing is the next big thing. Too many people trying to show you the next shiny object. Too many honeypots, too many pump and dumps, too many scams. Stick with what you know, stick with the bangers. Make sure you also share this. Do me a favor and share this so other people can find out about the Shiba Inu ecosystem, find out about my channel, maybe get me a sub, and of course, maybe pump your bags. They come across me talking about K9 Finance and how it's the official liquid staking derivatives platform of the Shibarian blockchain that might turn some people onto it. Talk about Bad Idea and how it's the official artificial intelligence partner SHIB with the Shiba Inu ecosystem that might put some eyes on it. When you talk about how the Shiba Inu ecosystem is basically one of the most decentralized ecosystems to ever be devised because it is run through DAOs essentially, then you understand the value that you have at hand. So I don't want to keep telling you, the same thing over and over. But for those of you that are hearing it for the first time, congratulations. You're lucky. You found me. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. If you found any value, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like button up because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. If you think others should listen to this and the Bone Army theory or the crypto Marxist supply theory of SHIB, go ahead and share that. Share this video where I covered it at the very end, even gave you guys some free alpha, free ROI fill token if you have Shiba Inu in your wallet, self-custody. If you had it August 28th, you can come over here. Don't even have to connect. Click if you're eligible. There's also instructions on how to increase and double that right there. If you want more, go ahead and hit the channel and all that good stuff. Check out the videos over there. And I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. Have a good Saturday. And like I like to say, I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. And I'm out. Pieces. See you on the moon.